to the best investing money management channel on YouTube. Hope you guys are all having a great and amazing day today. I am just making sure we are good and we don't have any issues. But in today's video, today's live stream, we are going to be talking about the 8 best stocks that I am buying or looking at. They're on my watch list for November for this month. So guys, hope you guys all enjoy it. If you guys have any questions, by all means, whoa, we're just making sure we're good here. But if you guys have any questions, by all means, ask them in the chat. So starting off with stock number one. Stock number one is the GOAT. It's pretty much the American staple. It's Apple. Apple released their earnings, bringing in a ton, beating expectations, and honestly, causing a little bit of some buying pressure. If we go ahead and we look at this 5-day chart, you guys will see the earnings report right in here, and the stock initially jumped, and then we did get a little bit of some sell-off. But personally, I definitely think that Apple is just more than Apple, right? It's like investing into the U.S. economy. You know, they bring in billions of dollars, they hold billions of dollars, and on top of that, we've seen sell-off from about 197 all the way down to 176. So for me, looking at this, it does represent a decent opportunity to start investing back into Apple, just because I never want to invest when it's at all-time highs. I prefer to invest when it's down here. And looking at it, we have that 200 moving average line coming right in near and around 171. So for me, looking at it here, it does represent a decent opportunity. It's definitely on my watch list here for this month. I'm super excited, and honestly, probably this next upcoming week here. One thing that does concern me a little bit is that 90 moving average. We did get a little bit of some sell-off here, but I honestly think looking back to 5-10 years, we're gonna be wishing we would have bought more of Apple stock. It's an American icon holding hundreds of billions of dollars in cash. If they ever go through a rough patch, they can easily invest back into the company and use some of that cash. Now, one thing here before we continue, guys, if you guys are new to investing, I just released a brand new swing trading course. You guys can use code YouTube to get 20% off. So make sure you guys check that out. So let's continue, but I just wanted to mention that before I forget. So moving on to stock number 2. Stock number 2 for me is the only Tesla. Now, I can, Tesla. I can already hear the comment saying, Carter, why would you invest in Tesla? Tesla released their earnings. The stock got obliterated. Why? Well, guys, they're announcing the Cybertruck in the next couple of months, next couple of weeks. On top of that, just does have some heavy support at 192. For me, I've been trying to buy these dips as this thing has sold off. Bought in here at 210, bought more here at about 196. Average is probably near around 200. So right now I'm up on this swing trade, but definitely Tesla is on my watch list for sure. Hopefully we can get a push back up to that 200 moving average line, which is that red line right here. That is pretty much my first profit here for the swing trade that I am in. And the reason why I say that is because it's used that red line in the past as resistance, right? It hit it once, twice. We did get some sell-off there. So if we can get a push back up to 230, that would represent a good little move from 190 to 230. Like I said, Apple for me, at least for the long run, Apple's a great company. I understand they struggle, and Elon in the last earnings was picky. I know, I get it, but it's Tesla. It's one of the leaders of the electric auto space. They're not going anywhere. They hold a lot of cash. The only issue, and I think it's more of a short-term problem, is their recent price cuts on their cars, which has cut some of their profit margin. But honestly, I really think that's more of a short-term problem. I think looking back 5-10 years, Apple is going to be a great pick and one that I am definitely buying as much as I can. Especially the highs here at about $400. We've gotten sell off from all the way from 400 to 219. And I understand this is when the electric auto space was at all-time highs. Everybody was buying electric, but I still can't justify, $23.3 billion. That's so much money. And it's a great pick. Heavy support right here. We'll get some pushback up to 230 for a swing trade, but for long term, definitely can't go wrong with it. The next one here, we've covered in the past actually, is Google. Now Google, similar situation, released earnings, and the thing about their earnings was they actually beat expectations. They beat expectations, but the only struggle they faced was on their cloud revenue. Now, this is a key investment for Google, and when they announced that their earnings actually beating expectations, the only struggle was that cloud revenue missing expectations. So this is what caused the stock to go from pretty much 141 all the way down to 121. Now, a little thing that I've always kind of said with investing is any reaction with investing is an overreaction. So with that being said, the market pretty much sold off and then immediately got in a ton of buying pressure. Looking at this past 5-day chart, you guys will see that they initially announced it, and here we'll go out a little bit more so you guys can see it a little clearer. But they initially announced it right here, boom, sell off, and then it immediately got huge amounts of buying pressure. So I definitely think, I've been buying this one here right on that moving average, that 200 moving average line, which has Google used it in the past as support. So I hopped in near and around that for a possible swing trade. I definitely think this upcoming week is going to play a very important role for Google, just because that 90 moving average line is coming in contact with it. And Google has used it as resistance in the past, like here and a little bit in here, but you guys can see we have gotten resistant breakouts from it. But I definitely think it's something to keep on watch to see if we can get a push above that moving average line. It's gonna be a very important role for Google stock. So we'll see what happens there, but definitely on my watch list for sure. Stock, what is this? Stock number 4 is DIS, the one and only Walt Disney Company here. Now I can already hear the comments saying, Carter, why are you investing into this? Well, looking at the chart here, you guys will see that in the past it's used the 90, the 200 as support. Looking at it here, you guys will see it came in contact right now at about $80, and we've actually seen a decent amount of some buying pressure ever since it hit that price. We've gotten some moves up. I definitely think, though, this upcoming week is going to play a very important role with Disney. You guys will see we've gotten some general sell-off this past couple of months, right? Just general sell-off, pretty much from 100 on that earnings report all the way down to lows here at $78. Now, looking at it, though, more closely, that green line represents the 90 moving average line. It's used it in the past as resistance. So it sold off here. Now you guys will see it hit it here. So I'm hoping what can happen is we can get some sort of resistant breakout, just kind of like we've seen in the past, where it hits it, curls above it, then uses it as support. You guys can kind of see that it loves to use it as resistance, but I'm hoping we can get some sort of buying pressure on this move to get that push up. But it could be a possible short opportunity. If you guys start seeing this thing go sideways, could be a short from $84 to $79, which would be a decent move here. Now, stock number, what is this? 6, 5? I don't know. Is ticker symbol CMT. Now, CMT here, this is going to be a technical trade for sure. Now, the reason why I say that is because it has some pretty heavy support. Look, as we zoom out on that 90 moving average line, right? It hit it once. We got buying pressure. It's curling down here. You guys will see that wick right here, representing some buying pressure entering this play here. Now, as we draw out resistance, we draw out some support. You guys will see right now for stock that's $25.75, you could set your stops at even $1 below it. So you could set it at, let's just say $24.73. So you're risking that dollar to possibly have a push back up to the resistance at 28. So you're virtually risking $1 to make $3, which is a pretty solid risk and reward. And obviously it has squeezed up in the past to 30, but this would definitely be my first profit, would be near around 28, but still risking $1 to make $3. And one thing I like about this is we do have that upward trend. So there is still a lot of buying pressure involved with CMT. So definitely on my watch list for sure. Now, stock, what is this? Stock 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stock number 6 is actually an ETF. I can't go wrong with investing into VU. Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF. We have seen a little bit of a key play breaking above that 90 moving average line. You guys will see it's used it as resistance in the past. So anytime the stock is above it, it does have a tendency to use it as support, just like we've seen here. We did get some general sell-off there, but as we go back, you guys will see it does like to use it as some support. So hopefully we're kind of breaking down this trend, which is what I'm hoping for, where we can get some sort of breakout from there and get that push back up to most likely 105 to 115 would be the ultimate play. But we'll see what happens though with this one. On top of that, like I said, top stocks, top ETFs, VU, S&P 500. I invest into this thing as much as I can. It represents the top 500 companies in the United States. It's a staple, it gets on average a 10% return every single year. So yes, I'm buying as much as I can of VU, especially look at here. Sold off from $420 all the way down to $400, and looking back 2, 5, 10 years, it's going to be a great pick. It's almost a guaranteed winner. And the reason why I say that is because through all the great depressions, the dot-com bubble, look at here. We've had average growth 10% a year. You don't have to worry about it, manage it. And yeah, it's a staple. It's a GOAT. It's VU. It's S&P 500. Now, stock number, I think we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stock number 7 here is ticker symbol AI. Now, this is C3AI. Now, C3AI, obviously, just by the stock ticker AI, you guys know it's an artificial intelligence company. Now, look at here. As we go, we can even go to the 4-hour chart just so you guys can see it a little clearer. Now, as we zoom out, you guys will see that we've seen a ton of volatility from AI, from C3AI. Now, we'll go back to the daily just because it's a little less complicated. Now, look at it here. It does have that general sell-off. We've gotten a decent amount of buying pressure from $10 all the way up to $49. As we zoom in, it does like to use, if we draw this out here, resistance near and around 26, right? It hit it pretty much 4 times. We did get this resistant breakout here. Now, what I am hoping can happen is we get a breakout of this 90 moving average line. So this green line here, as we go back and we look at previous history, every time it's broken above it, like here, we've gotten a ton of buying pressure. Obviously, this is all technical. So right in here, every time it breaks above that green line, we've seen tendencies of just extreme moves. As you guys can see, it broke out. Even this one, it went from $20 to $23. That's still a $3 move. That's still, 5-6%. So what I'm hoping can happen is we get a push from 28 to probably right in here at about $32. That would be the overall game plan. But C3AI, artificial intelligence company, it's a staple for artificial intelligence, and AI is rated to grow at about 37% annually for the next 10 years. So with that being said, you just can't go wrong with investing into this one here for the long run as well, but definitely super excited to see where this one goes here. Now, the last and final play here is on PLTR, Palantir. Now, this one here could be a possible short play. You guys will see it has had resistance at about $18 in the past. We could see some sort of move from 18 back down to about 16. Now, I own Palantir though, so I'm hoping we can get a push above that. The average analyst price target for Palantir is about $24. So given the price right now at 18, I would love to see a push above 20 to push in 21, 22. That would be a great dream play. But the reason why we've gotten so much buying pressure, is because of this recent earnings, which is always good. AI shares bag at the moment. I have shares of it too. I just think investing in artificial intelligence right now is going to be a great option for the long run. And like investing into it. It's gotten great returns. Like Palantir, you know, I think my average is so low because I've been investing into this thing for like, honestly, probably about a year and a half. So my average is near and around probably $8 or $9 a share. So it's more than doubled, I know, but it's a great pick. But yeah, as of right now, these were the top 8 stocks that I am looking at. You know, we got 1 Apple, 2 Tesla, Google, Disney, CMT, VU, AI, and then ending with Palantir. So yeah, that is it, guys. If you guys have any questions, by all means ask. You know, and if you guys want to learn more about swing trading, I just released a brand new course, so make sure you guys check that out. But yeah, it's gonna be a good one here. So I'm just seeing if you guys have any last questions though before I end it. You know, as we go to the we can go to the Explore tab and kind of see what's going on here. So top gainers, we got 3D printing is up about 9%, which is crazy. Gambling, DraftKings. Yeah, I didn't even bring this up. DraftKings releasing earnings, literally going from mid 20, so 27 to $33 a share, which is incredible. Look at this move. Obviously, a lot of people like to invest during these times. For me, it's hard to say just because you can have 2 approaches when it comes to these. The first approach is, oh my God, all right, this move is up, 30%. It's up 30%. Is this trend going to continue? Or you think, oh my God, this is so overvalued, but we'll see what happens though. What do you think? What do you think about Energy Play XOXY? We can pull them up. And ExxonMobil, OXY here. So OXY here. Looking at it here, I'm not sure if for more of like a long-term approach. I mean, I always think investing into energy, honestly, investing into energy during times of hardship, times of recession is always kind of a good option just because they've kind of always done decent. Now, looking at it here, though, you guys will see recently we've had that great upward trend, drawing out resistance right here at about $66. Support, on the other hand, it does like to use, it's hard to say, it does like to use that 90 moving average and that 200 as support. It loves to just hug around it. You guys will see it hit it a couple times here, immediately gotten buying pressure there. So there could be a move for sure, but for a long-term approach, I have shares of energy. I think it's a good play. I hold it for dividends. I hold it for, just more diversification. But you guys will see heavy support is pretty much under 56. Just looking at that, if you can buy it pretty much 58, sell at 66, that's a decent play. And you guys can see it loves to trade in between that zone. So that would be the move for me, is just to possible swing trade. It would be just setting alerts and wait. We can pull up ExxonMobil though and see what that's doing. It's probably a very similar chart. So we've gotten a ton of buying pressure, resistance. You guys will see right here at about 115, support at 100. Right now it's kind of in between. So I mean, I wonder how their last earnings must have done not very good. It looks like we did get some sell-off from 108 to 105, push from 105 back up to 108. But yeah, like I said, I mean, you can't go wrong with investing into energy. But for like swing trades and trades in general, I would like to try to buy near and around 100, probably sell near 115, setting stops probably below 5 or like 96, $95. So you're risking $5 to possibly make 15, 3-1. But that would be the play for me at least. But yeah, you can't go wrong with it. Just for diversification, it gets decent growth. But it's a little more volatile, right? As we zoom out, you guys will see a little volatility compared to like general indexes and stuff. But yeah, you can't go wrong with it. That's for sure. But yeah, guys, so we'll end it here. I appreciate you guys stopping in. And if you guys are new, like, subscribe. If you guys are hanging out with me, like the live stream. It means a lot to me that you guys tagged along and made it this far. So we'll see you guys later. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video later today. We'll see